In today's video, we will learn how to find the reference angle in radians and in degrees. Now, what is the reference angle of 120 degrees? First, we will see that in which quadrant does it falls. It falls in the second quadrant from here till here. So, what is the nearest x-axis to this terminal side? It is here. So, the angle between, or you can say the angle from the terminal side of the angle to the nearest x-axis is the reference angle. So, here reference angle is 180 degrees minus 120 degrees, and that is 60 degree. So, how will you define a reference angle? The angle from the terminal side of the given angle to the nearest x-axis is called reference angle. And remember, it is always positive acute angle because it is a measurement, not the direction. Because when we find the quadrant for positive angles, we move anti-clockwise, and for negative angles, we move clockwise. But reference angle is a positive angle. Let's move to the next example, that is 230 degrees. Now see, check in which quadrant does it falls. It falls in the third quadrant, 230 degrees. And which is the nearest x-axis? It is towards this one, 180 degrees. So the reference angle will be 230 minus 180. Over this we will get here 50 degrees. Now find out this, the reference angle for 340 degrees. First what you will do, check in which quadrant does it falls. It falls in the fourth quadrant. And it is near to which x-axis? See, this is whole and x-axis, but it is near towards this side, towards 360. So the reference angle will be 360 degrees minus 340 degree, and it is 20 degrees. Now what can you say about 60 degree? What is the reference angle of 60 degree? 60 degree falls in the first quadrant. So whenever it is an acute angle, 60 degrees is an acute angle. So whenever you have an angle in the first quadrant, so the angle itself will be the reference angle. Now let's see how can we find the reference angle for negative angles. So here we can have two methods. In two ways you can find its reference angle. The first is by ignoring the negative angle. So I will just ignore the negative sign and see it falls in the second quadrant, correct? And it is near to the x-axis, that is near to 180 degrees. So reference angle is 180 degrees minus 145 degree, and that is equals to 35 degrees. And another another way is by converting this negative angle to coterminal angle. Now we have a full video on coterminal angles. I will give you the link in the description. Go and watch it. Now for that, what we will do is we will add 360 to it, and we will get 215 degrees. So we converted the negative angle to positive angle. Now 215 falls in the third quadrant, and the terminal side is nearest to the x-axis, that is towards 180 degrees. So the reference angle will be 215 minus 180 degree. And here we will get 35 degrees, that is the reference angle. See, our result will be the same. Now this was all how to find the reference angle for degrees. Now let's see if the angle is given in radians. So the first angle we will do here is pi by 6. So again, same way, check in which quadrant that pi by 6 falls. It's in the first quadrant. So in the first quadrant, your theta itself is a reference angle. So reference angle is pi by 6. Let's do a few more examples. 4 pi by 3. The reference angle for 4 pi by 3 will be, let's see and check in which quadrant does it falls. It falls in the third quadrant, 4 pi by 3. And this time we will write here 2 pi and pi. So this is the terminal side and the nearest x-axis is towards pi. So it will be 4 pi by 3 minus pi. Now solve it. We will get 4 pi minus 3 pi over 3 is equals to pi by 3. So our reference angle L is pi by 3. Now if you are not confident in radians, what you can do is you convert this into degrees. So multiply by 180 by pi. Pi will get cancelled. Here it will get cancelled with 6 and you will get 4 into 60 and that will be 240 degrees. So you converted the radians into degrees. And check now, this falls in the third quadrant. Correct? So from here, your nearest x-axis is towards 180 degrees. So 240 minus 180 will give you 60 degrees. Now convert this 60 degrees because your question is in radians. So now convert the 60 degrees into radians. So multiply by pi over 180, 0 get cancelled. This 80. So pi over 3. So your reference angle here is pi over 3. So we have we also have a video on how to convert the radians into degrees and degrees into radius, and I will provide the link in the description. Let's see an example, 11 pi over 6. Now, 11 pi over 6, it falls in which quadrant? It falls in the fourth quadrant. 11 pi over 6. So this is the angle. And now you see it's pi, it's 2 pi. Now its nearest x-axis from the terminal side is towards 2 pi. So reference angle will be 2 pi minus 11 pi over 6. So it will be 12 pi minus 11 pi over 6. And here it will be pi over 6. So our reference angle for 11 pi by 6 is pi over 6. Now let's see the negative example, that is minus 4 by 3. So as I told you, you can solve this in two ways. First, by ignoring the negative sign, and secondly by finding its coterminal angle. So let's see first of all where does it falls. So from, as it's a negative angle, we'll go clockwise. So from here it falls in the somewhere here. So it's minus 4 pi by 3 and it's nearest to the x-axis towards pi. Now we are ignoring the negative sign. So 4 pi by 3 minus pi. So it will be 4 pi minus 3 pi over 3 and it will be pi over 3. So this is the reference angle for minus 4 pi by 3. Now it's your homework that you first find the coterminal angle for minus 4 pi by 3 and then find the reference angle, and the result will be same, pi over 3. Now see, if you are not confident about the radians, if you find it difficult to find and calculate in radians, you can always convert it into degrees. So let's see an example. For example, you want to find the angle, reference angle for 4 pi by 3. So convert it into degrees, into 180 by pi will get cancelled. Here it will be 60. So 4 into 60 will be 240 degrees. Now, where does the 240 degree falls? In the third quadrant, and it is near to 180 degrees. That is, subtract 180 from there. And what we will get? We will get 60 degrees. And this 60 degrees is the reference angle. But since the question was in radians, so we have to give the answer in radians. Now this degree, convert this into radians. Multiply by pi by 180 degrees. 0, 0 get cancels. And here it's 3. So the answer is pi over 3. Clear? So this is the reference angle for 4 pi by 3. And how to convert the radians into degrees and degrees into radians, we have a video. I will provide the link in the description. That's all for today. One more thing. Remember that the reference angle is always a positive acute angle. It's always positive angle because reference angle is a measurement, not the direction. Clear? So that's all for today. If you find this helpful and it cleared your concepts, don't forget to like, share and subscribe.